Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler, very serious videos I do for the lawn. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, and folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I'm parked at a gas pump because I was not willing to sit out in the sun. But it's not super busy, so I don't feel like a big dick bag. Plus, I'm going to, just get this review and get the fuck out of here. But anyway, folks, super simple format. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to try out food and or drink items. Whilst I'm doing that, I'm going to yammer on for a bit. That's just how this whole thing goes. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside the truck. Whilst I'm inside the truck, I'm going to go over there. I'm going to wear a super cool shirt, because that's what I'm doing. Even if my attention is being slightly tempered, we're going to bring the thing up. Too many outside noises, it's making me hard to focus. But I am wearing a super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing today? Boom! It's my Tony Jaa shirt. If you are not familiar with Tony Jaa, he looks like that, because that's his picture. He is a Thai martial artist actor who broke through in kind of the early 2000s. Sadly, he hasn't, hit into the mainstream the way that myself and a lot of other fans would have hoped. But he's one of those guys who, even if he's not, super well known, everyone in the martial arts, cinema community knows him. And pretty much everybody, all the guys who are part of that, Sammo Hung, Donnie Yen, Scott Adkins, they all love the guy. They all think he's fucking fantastic. So I'm still hoping that, we might see an eventual breakout for him, because he is so phenomenal. Even if you're not super into, martial arts movies, look up his highlight reels. The things that this man can do are fucking incredible. You will not believe that he's a human being. It's ridiculous. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? Well, it's a sub sandwich review. What with it being a sub sandwich review, I have to get 3 things out of the way. Number 1 of 3, just to kind of explain the sub sandwich thing. At the time I'm doing this, I've been going on sub sandwich adventures for probably close to a year now. And what I mean by that is I've been going all around my location to every place that offers up sub sandwiches, with gas stations, chain locations, Italian delis, you name it, I've been hitting it. And I've just been doing this whole series of reviews. Number 2 of 3 things that you need to take into account. If you like my sub sandwich adventures, there is a place where they have all been compiled for you. That is my Subs for Subs playlist. That is all of my sub sandwich adventures, just all the reviews that I've got currently up, all in one place. It's convenient. Very final thing, folks. If you need more sub sandwich adventures, okay, you haven't got enough, you don't have to wait, because Sunday is SUBday. What does that mean? It means that every Sunday I go over there, I upload sub sandwich reviews. That is the day for it. Time I'm doing this, it's actually Sunday. So I actually uploaded a couple last night, and then I've got some, that I'm eventually, well, not today, but, next week, next Sunday, I'm going to have a couple more. So, that's all that out of the way. What am I reviewing? What sub sandwich is it? Where is it from? Well, folks, first and foremost, it is from, boom, Which Wich subs, which is a chain location. I've reviewed a couple of their subs from before, and I always like to mention, they actually have an exclusive flavor of Mountain Dew called Mountain Dew Vibe. I actually reviewed it. Just in case you're interested, go check out that review. But, what sub sandwich from Which Wich am I reviewing? It is their ZA'WICH. So it's like their pizza switch. It consists of pepperoni, spicy capicola, marinara, provolone, and a hot pepper mix. I got it on white bread, hot, and I believe it was about $7.50 for a regular size one. It looks like this. So let's open it up. Let's try it out. I'm actually going to visit a friend, so I gotta kind of... I'm not gonna speed through it, but I wanna... Time is an issue. Alright, so let's go ahead, let's take it out. Let's get a picture. Boom! It looks like that. Can we get a better picture? Boom! Maybe. Maybe. Anyway, I've had sub sandwiches similar to this. One from Potbelly, and I cannot remember the other one, but let's try this one so that I can go see my friend. That's good. I really like the addition of the peppers. Adds a nice texture to it, and it also gives it a lot more dimension. Because, like, the one that I had from Potbelly, which was good, it was their pizza melt sub. It really was, like, just let's take, you know, the general ingredients of a pizza, you know, make a sandwich out of it. Which is fine. It was good. But this, I appreciate that they went a little further, and they went over there and they gave it a little something extra. I like that. And I think when they're talking about the pepper mix, I think they're talking about something, if it isn't Gia De Niro, it is very similar. Which, if you're not familiar, it's kind of a Chicago, Illinois thing. And it's like a pepper blend that is offered a lot of times on sandwiches when you go into Chicago and some of the surrounding area. And it's super flavorful, super tasty. Got kind of a heat, kind of a vinegar kind of thing going on. That's really good. Having that as part of it definitely puts it on another level. If it had just been the normal ingredients, I'm sure it would have been fine. But making that decision makes it vastly better for me. That is, I really, really like this one. And mind you, the rest of it's still really good too. You got pepperoni, you got spicy capicola, you got marinara, you got provolone. Salami's always great. Pepperoni's always great. Got a nice meatiness, nice saltiness. I appreciate, though, that theirs isn't overly salty. Sometimes pepperoni is just too salty, and it kind of overtakes everything. In this, it's got a bite to it. Definitely still adds some of that saltiness, but not overly so. The marinara is a nice standout, too. It's not a particularly deep marinara sauce. Like, I wouldn't say it has a lot of dimension, but it does have a good amount of flavor. Like, it has a good, like, tomato-based flavor and everything, and it works well with everything going on. I mean, this is a damn good sub. Of course, I would manage to get some on my shirt, because why wouldn't I? Try to wipe it off without pushing it into the shirt. That's really good. I think, so I'm not comparing it. I'd probably have to compare it to the pizza melt sub from Potbelly, because I kind of feel like Which Wich, they're on a similar kind of plane to Potbelly. And that's not a bad thing. I like Potbelly. But if I'm comparing it against the pizza melt sub from Potbelly, they're similar, but they're doing different things. Again, I feel like the Potbelly one, in terms of like a savory decadence, and probably being a little bit closer to like an actual pizza flavor, I think it works better. Because it's like a punch to the face of just savory meats and cheeses. It's not trying to do anything else. And in that regard, it works really well. It's super tasty. But, and again, in that regard, it's closer to like a pizza taste. With this one, adding in the pepper mix kind of takes away from the pizza aspect. I mean, yeah, you can get peppers on pizza, but I wouldn't consider it as standard. Whereas comparatively, like pepperoni, sausage, what have you. But by adding that in there and having a good marinara sauce, even though it's the ZA'WICH, I appreciate the fact that even though I wouldn't say it tastes particularly like pizza, so I guess it kind of loses a little bit of points in terms of the naming department, in terms of what it offers as a sub sandwich, it really does. Like I said, it adds a level of depth to it that's just really good and really tasty. Yeah, man, that's a good sandwich. That is Now, if I'm choosing between the two, it really would depend on what I wanted. If I wanted something that, again, tasted more like pizza and was a little bit decadent, I would go with Potbelly. But I think if I think more day-to-day, I might go with something like this just because it has a little bit more freshness, a little bit more distinct personality to it with that pepper mix. Really good, man. Which Wich, they haven't disappointed yet. I got to give it to them. But anyway, 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Yes and yes. This is actually one that, for me, I really like it. I like everything it's doing. I already enjoy a Gia De Niro kind of mix and everything. If I'm recommending it to other people, I would say it's not the most pizza-tasting thing in the world, so just kind of take that into account. Again, I think if you want something that's more pizza-oriented, Potbelly probably works a little bit better in that regard. But I think if you want something that's offering a little bit more, that is maybe just a tad bit more adventurous, and I should mention the pepper mix, it adds a little bit of heat. Not a lot, but, if you're somebody who's not into heat. But it's really good, and I do think that I think if you're somebody, I don't think you have to be particularly adventurous. But I do think that, it's a little bit beyond the standard, so it might not be quite for everybody. But anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of your folks. You go over there, have yourselves a truly pizza-tastic rest of your life. Pizza's just wonderful. It blows my mind. So, the British show, the car show, Top Gear, right? The heyday Top Gear, not all the stuff they've tried to do with it since. Yeah, Clarkson, James May, Richard Hammond. 2 out of the 3 of them, at least, because I don't know Clarkson's opinion on it, and I don't really need it, because that guy's a bit of a tool at this point. But 2 out of the 3 of them, Hammond and May, don't like pizza. What the fuck even? How am I supposed to take your opinion seriously on anything when you don't enjoy pizza? Pizza is wonderful. Well, to be fair, I do know people who just don't like pizza. I don't understand it. But anyway, found 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do can't do all the time. I know I can't do all the time. You're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Whew. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I live it. I'm out there with it, folks. It's frustrating, man. Life can be really stressful and difficult sometimes, and it's important when we run into those situations. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholeness in your lives. Hopefully do better for yourselves and for those around us. Final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there. Maybe like me, you're watching this, it's Labor Day weekend for you. And maybe you're going to go over there, you're going to enjoy the weather, and you're going to hang out with friends and do stuff. And maybe there'll be a pool involved. Well, maybe you're not like me, you don't sweat like a goddamn demon. Well, demons wouldn't sweat that much, would they? Because they live in hell. So, but whatever. But no, you know what? Just enjoy your weekends, your time with your friends and family, all that good stuff. I'm going to go do that now, so